Yes. Hello, Colin's Hope Facebook friends. It's Alissa Magrum, the Executive Director of Colin's Hope, coming at you for, this is a new thing for us, so bear with us, but today is Water Safety Science Monday. We're gonna run through Orange You Glad You Can Float, an activity that's part of the Water Safety with Colin and Friends curriculum. But we know that I want to do this setup. Jessica Brown, our program director, is going to do that with you. But I want to talk for just a minute while you wrangle your kids and get them near the computer about why we're doing this and why it's important for Colin's Hope to keep water safety in front of your minds, in front of your family's minds, your kids' minds, while we're in our homes, while kids are not in school, while we're all doing things a little bit differently, because this is going to go on for a while. And you may not know this, but for us, it's super, super, super important that we keep this message in front of you, because as the weather warms up, I mean, we're in Austin, Texas, and it's going to be 80 this week. We know that people are staying in their homes, but people are having greater access to water, whether that's water around the home, like a backyard pool that may be unbarriered or kids may gain access to. Supervision is going to be different. Normally kids are in school and now they're at home, maybe being watched by older siblings while parents are trying to work or caregivers are trying to work. Things are different. And so for us, making sure that we talk about water safety so that access to water may increase, we know that we're developing safer behaviors around water to make sure that we keep our families and our children safer. So you're gonna have to bear with us. We are going to be doing this. This is the first one. The rest of the week we have a schedule we'll talk about. We're gonna do things differently than how we're doing it today. But right now, Jessica and I are gloved up, hand sanitized, distant from each other. We're gonna be going in and out of the screen, so bear with us. But we really want you to interact with us. Post your comments on Facebook. One of us will be managing the Facebook page while the other is talking. We want you to tell us if this is working, if there's something you want us to cover, if there's a question that you have. We'll do our best to answer it. We're not going to be on for very long because we know attention spans are not very, very long. But so I'm going to get up and move out of the screen, and I'm going to bring Jessica in, and she's going to do Orange You Glad You Can Float, which is, again, one of the activities that's in our Water Safety with Colin and Friends. And
we're going to talk about next week's stuff.
Oh, I'll talk about that at the end. Yeah, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do the rest of the week after. So Jessica will come on, I will go off, and then she'll come back on. And again, did you notice my glitter? Decided I was going to put glitter on today. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures, but we're glad you're here. Please interact with us. And all right, without that, I'm going to go off screen and get around. We have a whole being as safe as we can be here set up. So I'm going to welcome Jessica Brown, our program director. And don't mind the cat if you can see him. I don't know. He's part of the whole scene here at the Colin's Hope studio. All right.
All right, hey everyone. Okay, can you see this well? Alyssa's guiding me here to make sure you can see on the screen. It's a few seconds behind. Okay, well, to get started, let's, while we're waiting to make sure that everything is on screen well, make sure you gather all of your materials. The purpose of Orange You Glad You Can Float is to illustrate how life jackets work. When you put a life jacket on and you get in the water, why do you float? And then to sort of illustrate that, we're going to use some oranges. So you'll need a container. It doesn't have to be quite this large, but you do want something where both of your oranges can fit. You want to fill it up about 3/4 of the way with water. Let's see if I don't drop this. And then, let's see if I can reach these. You'll want 2 oranges. So one of them you're going to peel completely, looks like this. And then the other one, the marker that we asked you to get as part of the supplies, you're going to want to draw on a little life jacket that looks like that. And your drawing skills don't have to be great, as long as it kind of looks like one, you'll be good to go. Once you gather all of your materials, I'm going to sort of teach this to you and your kids the way that our friends and our partners teach this lesson with the kids that they interact with.
Hey, tell them who's behind you.
Oh yeah, okay.
Start.
So before we start, I'll introduce our little characters back here. So if you're not familiar with it, or maybe you are, we have an entire water safety curriculum called Water Safety with Colin and Friends. And obviously this back here is Colin. He is the main character of the entire curriculum, but then he also has a sidekick named Buddy. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but this is Buddy the Seal. And then new this year, we brought on another really fun character back here. This is Alexander. Alexander is actually modeled after my kiddo, who's 2. And so these are our 3 characters. You'll see them all week. They're our favorite because kids love characters. It's how they interact with stuff. And so we'll make sure that as we're doing all of these lessons all week, you'll get to see plenty of them. So let's get started with Orange. You glad you can float? Can you see it good?
Oh, yeah, you're great. There's a delay, so just keep going.
Perfect.
You're in the screen.
All right. So, as I mentioned, you have your orange with a life jacket on it, and then you have a totally peeled orange. Now this part is really important. As I've learned with other kids right in front of me, if you don't poke your finger all the way through the orange and you make sure you can get in on both sides, if you look through it, it kind of looks like a little pinhole. The experiment won't work quite as well, and you'll see why in a little bit. So just make sure that you can actually see totally through the orange that's peeled. So we are going to, do we have any viewers? We are going to, viewers?
Yeah, we have a viewer. We actually do have a viewer, Emmanuel from Womb Bikes, who's one of our friends.
Oh, we love Manny. Okay, you know what, Manny? In honor of you today, you are going to be our friend that's wearing a life jacket. And we're going to make this orange that's not wearing a life jacket, we're going to make her name Alissa, just because that's fun.
Yay!
Yay! So we have our 2 friends, Manny and Alissa, and they want to go swimming. They want to go into this big giant pool that we have. And so I'm their water guardian. I tell them, yes, you may absolutely get in the water. And Manny says, you know what? I feel like wearing my life jacket. I'm going to make sure that it's on and it's on well and it fits me properly, and I'm going to get in. And Alissa says, you know what? I am such a great swimmer. I think today I'm going to go in without my life jacket. And I, as a water guardian, say, okay, I'm watching you. I'm within arm's reach. You can go in without your life jacket. So what do you think is going to happen when Manny and Alissa go into the pool with their life jacket and without a life jacket? What do you think might happen? Do you think Manny is going to sink or float? And do you think Alissa is going to sink or float? So I'll give a couple of seconds to see if anybody comments. This is a great time if, while we're waiting.
Sorry, the cat is like right there watching.
I can see him on the camera. This is fantastic. Is he blocking the...
No,
the
he's not
okay,
blocking
good.
it, and I will move him if he needs to. But we have a participant watching this live. Who's Pippin the cat.
Awesome. Okay, so Manny is going to get in the water first, and we're going to see what happens to Manny. All right, what's happening to Manny? He's wearing his life jacket, and he is floating. Awesome. So he has a life jacket on, and he is floating. Now, Alyssa's ready to get in. She's so ready. She wants to jump in the water. I, as her water guardian, say, yay, go in. So she goes in, and what happens? Oh no, she sinks because she's not wearing her life jacket. So the reason that this happens is because just like an orange who has a peel on, a life jacket traps air inside of it, and so it helps you float above water because it's got a bunch of air. It's called buoyancy. The Alissa, who's not wearing her life jacket, who we will rescue quickly.
Because you were within arm's reach.
Because I was within arm's reach, I could save her quickly, right? And take her out and make sure she goes and gets her life jacket. Here's Alissa. Bloop. The reason she sank is because, there she comes, without a life jacket, you don't have any extra air that's being trapped in that life jacket, so then you sink to the bottom. So we want to make sure that kids learn really well the concept of floating and sinking, and this is a super easy way to do it because you most likely have oranges already at home. There's lots of clear containers. Even if the container isn't clear, it's pretty obvious to see that the life jackets with the peels are going to float. And so, as I said, we just did this experiment in 5 minutes, and we did it with our oranges and our containers. These are the kind of life jackets that we're talking about when we're talking about life jackets that are U.S. Coast Guard approved, properly fitted. Something that looks like this, or even if it's not the foam kind, but it's like the ones that you see typically, like at what is this? Nylon. Sometimes they have a zipper, but there's different kinds of life jackets. But if they're U.S. Coast Guard approved, that's what we're trying to show here. If you want to extend your experience, look around your house for all sorts of things that might sink and float. Maybe little plastic balls, maybe kids' toys might float, but then you can grab rocks, you can get heavier things, coins, and put them in to see how they sink to the bottom. Take it to your bathtub. You can have a really great time teaching kids about sinking and floating in the bathtub. A lot of bathtub toys float for that reason. So extend the experience, make it really fun, give your friends names. Good job, Manny and Alyssa, for putting on your life jackets to get in the water. Manny is a partner of ours that works for Boom Bikes, and so we're grateful that he's here. Look, there's Colin back there. Colin's wearing a Best Day Ever medal. Extend your experience, have a really good time. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment and ask us about them. We will see those all day, so it doesn't have to be right now while we're live. I'm gonna let Alyssa come back on here in a couple seconds, and she's gonna let you know what's going on for the rest of the week. But just keep in mind, all of the things that we're doing with you this week is part of our curriculum, so you're gonna get to see a whole lot of what we do with kids every single day through the work that we're doing with water safety and with Colin Friends.
I'm coming in, hang on. Okay, that was awesome. And so I was looking at the Facebook comments, and Manny was back at work, but his kids are watching, so that's cool, thank you. And that's something that you can do if you're at work and your kids are at home being watched by whomever. We're gonna do this all week long, and I wanna talk a little bit about what we're gonna do each day right now. And we're trying to keep this short, and we're trying to keep it interactive. Again, this is our first try at this, but we know that this is gonna go on for a while, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get creative, how to get innovative. At Colin's Hope, that's the beauty of being a small but mighty organization. We can shift and change, and so we're able to bring resources to you, and so that's really exciting. So the rest of the week, so today we did the Orange You Can Float. Tomorrow we're going to do the whole hand rules, which I can't grab the chart right now because the cat is sitting on them, but I can show you our bookmark, and I hope I can see this. You can see this on the screen, but the whole hand rules are the basis for our Water Safety with Colin Friends curriculum. It is what the kids who are getting this in a classroom or at the YMCA or wherever they are at a swim school, this is the lessons that they're getting. So tomorrow the whole hand rules are what we're going to go over, so please tune in, and again, that's 2 o'clock Central. Wednesday, we're going to do something a little different. I don't know, we may add in a 2 p.m. thing on Wednesday. As of now, we're doing a 7 p.m. Bedtime story. I'm going to read that, and the book I'm going to read is this Learn to Swim with Lou. It is one of our partners, Kim Schultz, who's in San Diego, is an amazing swim instructor. I call her the Swim Whisperer. She's taught me a lot about what I know as a water safety instructor, but she's got this book and some resources that she has. She has a whole DIY Teach Your Child to Swim program, and I'm going to read her story, and I don't know, maybe we can even do a split screen and I can get her on there with me. Maybe she'll read it. I don't know, but that's what we're going to do Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Get your kids in their pajamas. Maybe I'll wear some pajamas or some bunny slippers or something, but we'll make it fun. We may also read another book. I'm thinking about reading the Zach Foundation's The Polar Bear Wouldn't Swim. So we may do both. We'll see how it goes. It just depends on attention spans and things like that. So give us your feedback. Do you want one story? Do you want 2 stories? I don't know, we're willing to, this is gonna go on again for a while, so we're willing to get creative. Let's see, look at my paper here. On Thursday, Water Safety with Colin and Buddy, and we're gonna do more lessons from our curriculum, the Water Safety with Colin and Friends curriculum. So tune in for that. And then on Friday, this is gonna be exciting, and I don't have a bingo card with me, which I should have, but hang on while Jessica goes and gets it and throws it over from across the room. But we're gonna play Water Safety Bingo live. So that you can download the bingo cards from our website, play along with us. You just have to get some things to use as bingo markers, make sure that they're not choking hazards. And on Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time, we're gonna play Water Safety Bingo live. That's been a game that we've had at Colin's Hope for the entire existence of Colin's Hope, really, and it's a key piece in our Water Safety with Colin and Friends. So you can go on our website, download the bingo boards, print them out, and play along with us. And we may have prizes, so get ready to interact with us. And okay, you can go on our website and we'll put a link in the Facebook comments to where you can download that bingo board. But again, this is really our way of being innovative and creative and trying to get these water safety messages in front of you. We know that already since in the last few weeks that we've lost at least one child in Texas to a fatal preventable drowning, and there have been multiple, I believe, in Florida. So again, as we get access to water, whether it be bathtubs, backyard pools, ponds, lakes, rivers, things while kids are out of school and the norm of life is changing, we know that we can do some things to prevent drownings from happening. So we thank you for being here, for being with us. We want your feedback. We want you to tell us how we can interact with you during this time, and we want your kids to. So here's my challenge to you today. Parents, caregivers, if you're there, go take our water safety quiz. ColinsHope.org/quiz. We'll put that in it's actually at the top of the Facebook page. The link is in the cover photo, but we'll put that in there too. We challenge you to go take the quiz. Take it with your kids. Have them sit next to you. It's a great chance to interact with each other, the people that are in your physical space. We're social distanced from a lot of everyone else in our world, but the people that are in your home, do this together. It's a great action point during this time. So thank you for all that you are doing to help us. Those of you who are supporters and champions of Colin's Hope, we really do feel like we're saving lives each day, and we know that during this time we got to do things differently, and we're very blessed to be able to do that. And we want you to, as Colin and Alexander and Buddy and Pippin the cat, who's now laying in front of the camera, we all wish you the best day ever, and we will see you tomorrow.